Another loop implementation using the for each. It is also used exclusively to loop through elements in an array. So since array is a topic after break and continue, so we would regard this explanation by first switching into arrays muna para mas madaling maintindihan. So when we say array, basic experimentation of an array is it stores multiple value in a single name. When we say variable kasi, a variable could store only a single value, while an array could store madaming value through a single name or variable name. However, this value must be of the same data type. Halimbawa, age. So you could store, or ito halimbawa is string cars. The notation na bracket dito would identify that this is an array. When we say array, it consists of madaming elements. And individual elements of an array could be referenced through numbers. Halimbawa nito Ito yung array natin of strings wherein the name of the array is cars and each value is Volvo, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. You could reference this individually by using this one. Parang subscript yung tawag doon. Wherein cars subscript 0 is equivalent to Volvo. Cars subscript 1 is BMW, subscript 2 is Ford, and so on. So yung first reference would fall on an index number na 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So in this example, we have 4 elements and those elements would be referenced from 0 to 3. Dito sa next example, my num is the name of the array wherein it also consists of 4 elements and that elements is index 0 hanggang 3. Babalik tayo doon ulit sa ating for each. For each. So for each loop is used exclusively to loop through elements in an array. So alam niyo na kung ano yung elements, diba? So ito yung ating syntax for, then the type. So yung mga primitive types lang muna tayo When you say primitive types, ito yung int, double, yung string char. Type dito ilalagay and then the name of the array. And the variable name, the array name pala, and ano ito? String I. Print I. Okay. So name lang siya ng kahit anong identifier and ito yung ating array name. So the example below is an array name cars. Wherein each values are Volvo, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. Para mas maintindihan, we will try the example. Okay, here in our for each loop, you have the for keyword followed by the data type, followed by the variable name, and the array list. So individually, data is referenced using the variable na I. Ayan siya. So, ito yung iyong mga result. May tanong? So, what you need here is memorize the syntax so that you could easily understand the difference between using for each, do, and do while. Dadagdag lang ako. Toyota. So individual element in an array is easily referenced using for each. Ayan, madali lang siyang ma-reference. Oh. And regardless of the information you're going to supply here, lahat sila ay nabi-print out naman. May tanong? Okay. Kung wala, don't worry if you do not understand the example above. You will learn more about arrays in the next chapter. So for now, yun lang muna. Next is break and continue. Nakita nyo na yung sample ng break statement that is used with switch. Okay, the break statement on the other way can also be used to jump out of a loop. Ayan. Jump out of a loop. Example, syempre, the purpose it break is to stop. Diba? So, in the example below, we have here a loop wherein we have a value of I from 0 to less than 10. And it is incremented by 1 at a time. So 0, yung counting niya is 0. And you get this condition, is I equal to 4? No. So therefore, it will print the value. So mag-print siya ng 0. After that, it will increment. So 0 magiging 1. Here, it will be checked. Is 1 equal to 1? No. Then it will print the value again. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Pag abot sa 4, is 4 equal to 4? For the value of I becomes 4. Is 4 equal to 4? Yes. Therefore, it will jump out of the loop. Tignan niyo ito. Oh. Ayan siya. Oh. It will exit from the loop. Kasi it encounters a value that has met this condition. Gets niyo? So regardless of the condition, let's say you have here 7. Okay. You just multiply this, for example, with 2. Ayan, we'll start with 1. So 1 times 2, 1 times 3, hanggang 1 times 6 imaw. Ayan. Okay. 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6. When it reaches 7, is 7 equal to 7? No na. Yes. Therefore, it will goes out of the loop. Yan yung purpose ng ating break. And si in banda ro, aton nga end it loop. Ito yung brace niya for beginning. So ito yung kanyang ending. And after that, wala nang mga statements after. That's why it is terminated. Kuha. Ayan, naka-record. Gets nyo yung idea? Hello?
Gets, ma'am.
Okay. So kahit saan mo to siya, let's say, ilagay mo agad siya sa 1. Ayan. First value of I is 1. And then, it will get inside the statements within the loop. And you have there 2 statements, itong if tsaka yung print. You substitute, is 1 equal to 1? Yes, agad. So ano gagawin niya? Dahil yes. Break agad. Oh, wala siyang mapiprint. Tignan nyo yan. Okay, right now it's loading. Testing the sample. Ayan, initial value of I is 1 and the condition here is true, therefore it gets out of the loop. Ganun lang yung break, ha? Next. Continue naman. Okay, siyempre pag may break, may continue. It does not mean that they are pair, ha? Magkaiba yan silang statement. Continuous statement is also a statement that breaks one iteration. Again, within the loop implementation. If a specified condition occurs if a specified condition occurs and continues with the next iteration in the loop. Ito naman. So para siyang skip. Nagsiskip siya. Okay. Having the same example, tignan natin yung result. Nagsiskip, ha? Tignan nyo, yung condition natin ginamit dito is 4. And instead of break, we have continue. So etong condition, for values of I, una niyang value is 0. 0 equal to 0? No. Is 0 equal to 1? Hindi rin. Is 0 equal to 3? Hindi rin. Is 0 equal to 4 dito? When it is equal to 4, continue here is parang nagsiskip. So hindi niya na-print yung 4. The next value of I will become 5 and 5 again gets printed. Yan o, tignan niyo yung mga values niya. For all conditions na false ito, piniprint niya. But for those condition like number 4 na ito ay true, ginaskip na. Kuha? So depende sa need ng problem kung kailan nyo gagamitin yung break or continue. But that's the logic. Para mas madaling maintindihan, you could also use break and continue with while loops kasi puro lang 4 aton yung mga samples. Ayan, this is the example within while loop. You'll start with 0 and your limit is up to 9. Yung counter natin is increment or increase by 1. So for 0, piprint niya yung value ng I. Next value ng I is 1. Next value is 2. Next value is 3. When it becomes 4, Wait lang. First value ng I is 0. Is 0 less than 10? Yes. So, 0 is printed. Dito tayo sa try it yourself. So, here, first value niya is 0. So, 0 is printed. Then, here, it will become 0 plus 1 is magiging 1. Is I equal to 4? No. So, next value ng I is 1. Is 1 less than 10? Yes. So, here, 1 is printed. Next value of I is 2. Is 2 equal to 4? No. So, 2 is printed. Wala siyang problema. Then, next value here is 3. Is 3 less than 10? Yes. So, we print 3. And we increment, it becomes 4. So, if I equal to 4, break. Ayan siya. So, lalabas na siya sa loop. And therefore, it stops the printing. Gets out of the loop. Dito siya banda. Wala nang statement after that. Yun yung kanyang result. That is by using the break statement. Now, we have another one. This time naman is continue. We'll try this example. Okay. First value of I here is 0. So, we substitute is 0 less than 10. Okay, your answer is true. Therefore, you are asked here, is 0 equal to 4? Your answer is false. Therefore, it will ignore this statement, and continue with print I. So, you print 0 here. Ito na yung 0 na yan. Then, dito, I++. So, from previous value of I, which is 0 here, plus 1, magiging 1 yung I natin. Okay? Are you with me? Then, we encounter this one, and this is the pair of while loop. Right now, the value of I is 1. So, we check here. Oh, we substitute this with 1. Is 1 less than 10? Yes, or true. Therefore, we enter the body of the loop. We encounter the if. We substitute this with 1. Is 1 equal to 4? Your answer is false. Therefore, we ignore this part. This is the end block of your if. So, dito na tayo banda ngayon. And here, print I. Right now, the value of I that gets printed is 1. Okay? And then, we increment the value of I. So, from 1, magiging 2 imaw. This time, we encounter the end of the block. And yan is yung end ng while. This time, from 2, we substitute this. So, is 2 less than 10? True ulit. So, ibig sabihin, papasok ulit sa ating loop. We substitute it with 2. Is 2 equal to 4? False ulit. So, dito tayo magdidiretso. Then, we print 2 ulit. And this time, we increment I. Magiging 3 imaw. 3. So, is 3 less than 10? True ulit. We substitute the ifs condition with 3. Is 3 equal to 4? No. So, we print 3 this time. Ayan, 4 na. And then, we increment the value of I. From 3, magiging 4 siya. And then, dito, substitute natin with 4. Is 4 less than 10? True. So, we get inside the loop. We substitute this one. Is 4 equal to 4? Yes. Therefore, your I will become, dito magpa-plus siya. So, magiging 5 siya. And you encounter continue. Ano ibig sabihin ng continue? Aleph? Okay, mag-skip siya. And therefore, here, encounter pa ba niya ito? Yes, yung print, this time, yung print niya for the value of I is, pilagot aro value it I? Kainat 3, kararoan naging print. This time, napalitan siya dito, magiging 5, yung kanyang ipiprint. Copy? And then, ayan siya. Pag natignan niya maigi, hindi siya nagprint ng 4, dumiretso siya sa 5. And dito, your I will become 6. Okay? Kasi yung current value ng I is 5. Dito magiging 6 siya. Okay? Balik ulit sa while. We substitute this with 6. Is 6 less than 10? True. We get inside the condition of if, we substitute this with 6. Is 6 equal to 4? False. Nandito, magpiprint tayo ng, ano ipiprint? Ng 6. Ayan, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. And then, dito magiging 7, and so on na. Wala na tayong encounter na 4. So, we substitute this one with 7. We print 7 hanggang umabot ng 9. May tanong?
None, ma'am.
Okay. Naintindihan naman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's the difference between break and continue. Now we have the exercises. Start the exercises. Okay, we have exercise 5 and 6. Okay, who wants to answer exercise 5? What is missing in the segment, the program segment? From the description, stop the loop if I is 5. Any volunteer? What is
Igin,
missing?
ma'am.
Yes, again.
Break, ma'am.
Yeah, perfect. Break. Tama. Next, we have exercise 6. Volunteer to answer exercise 6. If in the loop, when the value is 4, jump directly to the next value.
Continue, ma'am.
Continue, ma'am.
Yan. Yun yung term. Continue. Perfect. We'll continue with arrays. Wala na, diba? Next. Arrays are used for multiple values in a single name. Instead of declaring separate variables for each value, you could have just one name. At ang tawag nito is an array. So, the syntax to declare an array is we use the data type. Depende ito kung anong klaseng array type. Hindi string lahat ng array ha. Pwede siyang int, pwede siyang float, pwede siyang double or char. Those are the primitive examples of data type. Thank you, sir. And then followed by the square brackets, which is an indicator that you are defining an array name. And ito yung ating array name, cars. We have now declared a variable that holds an array of strings. So to insert values to it, we can use an array literal. Okay, ito yung mga literal values natin. So what you do is you simply place the values in a comma separated list. So here is your list for string. Syempre, you had to enclose it with quotations. And individual value must be separated by comma. That's how you declare a string. String array. The name of the array is cars. To create an array of integers, ayan naman siya. Basta huliran nyo lang, it bracket, it simply denotes an array. And here are the literals or the initial value of the array mynum. Now, in order to access individual elements of an array, you use the index number to reference it. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina. This statement access the value of the first element in cars. Ayan o. Print 0 here refers to the first element, which is the index. And it always starts with 0. Ayan. In order to display yan, the first element in an array, you uses index 0. And you printed Volvo. In other words, if you wanted to print Ford, anong index number ng Ford?
2.
Yeah, 2. Ganyan lang. Name of the array and 2. Yan. If you wanted to print Mazda, anong index number yung gagamitin? Okay, that would be 3. Yes, Kokoy. Okay. Array indexes starts with 0. And in order to identify that it is the first element of an array, you have to place it within brackets. Ganun lang. Second element is index 1 and so on. So we will continue with this next meeting kasi limited na yung ating time, ha, students. So dito tayo sa change an array element. Next meeting na yan.